Where is there it is. Hey, princess, what's up? Give me a second. I gotta. Okay, what is up, everybody? This is the Broken Twitch Stuff coming at you guys again with more Fate Grand Order. Give me a second, though. Let me get rid of. Let me turn off my notifications here. Turn off my notifications here. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So, I am back from con. I did enjoy myself. I didn't take a lot of pictures, but I took enough. Hopefully you guys can hear me and stuff. Give me a second. I'm actually gonna go and drop this link in the chat and stuff. But yeah, I will be posting pictures of my time at the con and the couple of videos I took as well of the con as well. So, a couple of things. Starting September the 3rd, I will be no. Starting September the 3rd, I will only be working 4 days out the week. I will have Wednesdays off. I will have Saturdays off and Sundays off. So that's one thing. So that means that Wednesday is going to be a day for me to stream and stuff. Second thing is that I am also looking for another job because I'm really trying to find something in my field as well. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. But anyway, everybody, we are about to hop into what is by far one of the most annoying fucking events in all time, only because of one reason and one fucking reason only. Because of one bloody reason. This thing right here. This do not be fooled, everybody, though. Do not be fooled, everybody, by Kama's childish like appearance, though. She is the focal point of this entire event. And thankfully for me, I already have a Kama, so you know. I managed to get her during the first time this event took place. But yeah, this is one of the most difficult events ever because of Kama. Kama is, and then of course, Sakura Faces are quite possibly, Sakura Faces are nothing but demon spawns as they are. But yeah, when I did this the first time, though, it was annoying because the final fight against True Beast Kama is probably one of the most difficult fucking fights ever, simply due to the fact that her noble fan, that's like, not only does her noble phantasm hit a lot of times, it has the ability to charm anything. And when I mean anything, I mean anything. Humans, animals, demons, plants. Any type of enemy in the game, Kama can charm it. Because Kama can charm it. Anyway, here you go, senpai. I decided to try herbal tea today. What do you think? It's very soothing. I was so happy when I found out that Sion had brought along these sorts of luxury goods. Yes, of course. Having nothing but bland supplements would ruin the camp-like atmosphere. I am fine with only the bare minimum of resources necessary to survive myself, but I cannot speak for anyone else. So I made sure you would have a wide variety of food and recreation to choose from that's satisfying your need for both mental and physical nourishment. I already spent all of the Atlas spiritual points I had been saving for years to acquire them, so you may as well make the most of them. So grateful to her. Before we got to the Wandering Sea, we had to make do with nothing but the border's emergency supplies. Hey Ariana, what's up? You know, having proper tea together like this again reminds me of the old Kaldea in the Antarctic. So Ariana, when exactly are you gonna send your update? I need to know. I know things are completely different now, so I shouldn't be feeling sorry for myself, but there's a saying for this sort of thing. Haste makes waste. Yes, I've heard that one before. There are similar sayings in other languages as well. It's amazing to think that similar sayings would be formed in completely different civilizations and cultures. She's up today. Okay. Well, as soon as I get done with this stream, I'm not going to be streaming long anyway, though. I'm only going to be streaming probably like the first 2 hours of this today. Yeah, so just send me that. So yeah, so just send me the hashtag on Twitter, and then I'll get her once I get done. Anyway, putting all that aside, you're right. At this point, all we can do is wait for Scion and Captain to finish modifying the shadow border. Okay, so that it'll be stable enough for us to head to the Atlantic Lost Belt. As much as we like to help, it's all just way above our heads. I wonder how it's coming along. Good question. All we know for sure is that it's taking longer than anyone expected. Scion said that Da Vinci's design for the border is even more intricate and delicately balanced than she had thought. I remember Da Vinci seemed both pleased and apologetic about that. At any rate, they also said that there's a crucial part they need for the modifications. So, oh, there's one more thing I forgot to mention regarding this event. In 2 years' time, this will be back as a main interlude. So, I'm going to tell you this right now, and this specifically goes out to Blade Charge, because I know how Blade Charge is. Blade Charge, then that's like, Blade Charge, he's going to try to hop into this event now, and he's going to make it roughly about halfway before he gets smoked. Give me a second, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's going to make it about halfway before he gets smoked. So, hey, Wally, what's up? There is no rush to do this event because here's the thing. When I say that the Ooku event is difficult, it's difficult. And just because this is the revival, and just because things are going to be a little bit more, I want to say simpler in terms of fights, yeah. It's still going to be a challenge to take down Kama because of the fact that her skill set can actually make her extremely dangerous. So, like I said, there's no rush to complete this event because here's the one main thing: there's no welfare. There's no welfare servant at all for this event. There's no welfare servant, so there's really no rush. The only reason why you would probably want to do this event is to get the command codes, which I already have. I already have all the command codes. So once I complete those missions again, they're just gonna turn into rare prisms and stuff, which I'm just gonna save up in the hopes that one day Lysenko decides to give us a Kentucky event, Rider Kentucky event, or the Archer Nobunaga event as well, the ones that I was not able to do because I didn't start playing this game though until 2 years after the game first started, roughly in the middle of 2019. So I missed out on I missed out on two of the best welfare servants back then, which are still viable to this day. But anyway, at any rate, they also say there's a crucial part they need for the modifications, and that will probably need to go to the Indian Lost Belt to get it. What was that all about? It could be something that can only be obtained there, or it could be for some other reason. I'm sorry, I just don't know enough to say one way or the other. All I know is that at this point, it sounds like they're putting the pieces together so they can install this necessary part. Sion thought that this preliminary preparation would be finished soon as we got back from the Chinese Lost Belt. But apparently things didn't quite go as planned. Still, Captain did say it looks like they should be finishing this stage fairly soon now. So let's recuperate until it's our turn to help. There is no such thing as recuperation, because the moment we say that, shit hits the fan. Agreed. We should rest up while we can, so we can hit the ground running. Would you like some more tea, Senpai? We also have plenty of cookies to go with it. Oh, right. I know what you're about to say. There's way too many, right? Well, there's a reason for that. Things have been much more lively around Chaldea base now that we have more servants here. So I made extra to share in case I ran into any of them on my way here. Especially Ibaraki, because she likes sweets. But as luck would have it, I haven't seen anyone else today. But not even Fu. In fact, now that I think about it, it feels like Chaldea base is way too quiet today. And the moment you say that shit hits the fan. What the? Hello? Hello? Do you still exist over there, Satoru? If you are there, but give me some sort of response. Even an empty message would do. Otherwise, this is the end for New Chaldea. Calmly sip Earl tea. This is not the time to go. We already have more than enough dead air in our budget. Man, I got time for that. What the? Cody, what are you doing here? Come here. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here. You want to come down here and be nosy, everybody. All right, you got your little 15 minutes of fame. Go on ahead. Sit. Come here. Good boy. Lay down. Lay down. Relax. Relax, buddy. Lay down. Lay down, boy. Relax. You use the bathroom? You need to go outside? Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I can hear you breathing, so that will suffice to confirm your existence for me. Are you there, T-Mass? Even better. What's going on, Sion? Why is the alarm going off? In all of history, there has only ever been one reason for an alarm to go off at a base. New Chaldea is under attack. Attack? Correct. It is rather terrible. Like walking only to find all your data from yesterday is corrupted. What else can you do at a time like this but laugh? No, sorry. This really is not the time to dissociate from reality, is it? We do not have a moment to waste. Please come to the command room at once. Understood. Let's go, Master. All right, let's go. We're here. What in the world is going on, Sion? Before I answer that, I would like to confirm something with you. Did you see anyone else on your way here? Anyone at all, like one of the staff or a servant? No, I didn't. In fact, I was just telling Master how strange it was that I haven't seen anyone else today. Does that have something to do with this attack? This is what I was afraid of. I was hoping that at least one person might be hiding with present concealment, but I guess that is not the case. As soon as I realized there was no one else in the command room, no staff, no Holmes, no Da Vinci, I cut off your cause and effect interference to keep you both safe. To think the only ones I could help in time were you two and myself, especially since I have already cut myself off from human history. Sion? Oh, sorry. I will leave my self-examination and strategize into a different thought process and get to the main topic. You can see what sort of attack we are under for yourselves. Even after sounding the alarm and putting out a call, you two were the only ones to come here, and that can only mean one thing. We are now the only ones left in the entire Chaldea base. Shock! Hey, Blaze, what's up, dude? Okay, yeah, we are so screwed, everybody. We are so screwed. Hey, what's up, Blaze? The Spirit Origin graph is still working, but we cannot summon a single servant. And there is not a single member of Chaldea's staff anywhere in the base, let alone the command room. Even my servant, Captain, is gone. We are the only ones left. Whether this is due to external interference or internal sabotage, there's clearly ill intent at work. There's villainy afoot. So all our servants are gone, even the cooks. Damn, we are screwed. How did this happen? I still need to investigate more thoroughly before I can say exactly what happened, but it is already clear what the culprit used to accomplish this. It was race shifting. They used race shifting to induce forced spirit summoning. To put it in layman's terms, my coffin was used as a catalyst with which to forcefully race shift everyone away. How the fuck did somebody do that, first of all? Exactly. Is that even possible? I am sure it would be with Chaldeus, but this is Novum Chaldea. There is no phase navigational system that advanced here. So it would be impossible to reverse summon by hijacking our system. Usually, I would be 99% sure about that conclusion. But I do have a theory or two on how it could possibly happen. Oh, by the way, Blaze, seeing as you're here, I actually got somebody that Radio Rex, though, I think he would enjoy being with. But it's safe to say that he'll probably die from it. But you know, I'm just saying, However, they're so absurd that I decided to shelve them for now. Next time, I will not be so quick to criticize how Holmes handles situations like this. Radio Rex shouldn't be around anyone. Okay. She cute. She's a cute servant. Just saying. I mean, if this were a locked room murder mystery, it would be as if the killer was the greatest pitcher in the entire universe, and they killed the victim by throwing a ball. Killed the victim by throwing a ball. Through an air vent. That is how unlikely the circumstances would need to be for that to happen. Though, that said, I suppose if the universe's greatest pitcher were actually here, then it would technically be possible. Sorry, but getting sidetracked. Back on point. We are the only ones capable of fighting back against this attack. Satoru, Mash, and myself. Sion, Eltim, Sokaris. Who could the attacker be, and why in the world would they do this? I cannot say anything about that just yet. That said, I do not think one of the cryptors is behind this, since they have no reason to leave their lost belts. Obviously. I also still have a faint connection to my own servant, Captain. So the fact that he is yet to take any action must mean that he is trapped. And I would guess that all of Chaldea's staff and servants are as well. Are they okay? That's what I want to know too. Not everyone on Chaldea's staff is a mage. If they really were race shifted, then I see you are worried that they may be unable to withstand the race shift and disappear upon reaching their destination. I cannot deny that such a worst case scenario is possible. But in this case, I do not think you need to worry, as their race shift destination does not appear to belong to standard history. That is, they're moving through space more than time, so my coffin will have no trouble verifying their existence. Of course, I can guarantee their safety if they should encounter. I cannot guarantee their safety if they should encounter some sort of violence at their destination. But if all the culprit wished to do was hurt them, they would not need to go to the trouble of race shifting them. So thinking logically, I suspect the culprit's goal was to summon and capture them, not kill them. If I were the culprit, I would have frozen them the moment they were summoned and kept them packaged as spiritrons. I have to do that for the people with low race shift aptitude anyway, and it would also stop the servants from fighting back. Since they are already being converted during the race shift process, that would definitely be the most efficient way to capture them. Then there's still a chance we can save them. Since they race shifted, but does that mean you know where they went? Of course. That is the most important part after all. When I got to the command room, all of the race shift equipment was already set to fixed parameters. To put it another way, they are all pointing towards a very specific set of coordinates. And since everyone was reverse summoned away, this almost certainly means that someone or something is at those coordinates. Though of course I cannot say if the culprit just forgot to cover their tracks. There was nothing they could do to hide them, or they left them here on purpose to lure us in. Where are these coordinates exactly? Does this mean they point to a singularity from the past? That is really the key problem. Remember what I said earlier about this destination not belonging to standard history? It is technically a singularity, but it's also quite different from the singularities we have seen so far. Its influence is spreading, or perhaps I should say stretching. Usually, the bizarre phenomena that takes place in singularities are confined to that singularity. But this singularity is trying to interfere with proper human history while remaining a singularity. In that sense, it may be closer to a lost belt. If we think of human history as one long scroll, singularities are like stains that weaken the scroll by contaminating the history around them. Hey, Lashana, what's up? Whereas lost spells are like another scroll entirely that was discarded once it was clear it was no longer useful. It could be that this singularity is some sort of hybrid, a pseudo-singularity similar to Shinjuku or Shimosa. I think the most appropriate name we could give it in these specific conditions is Humanity Destruction Zone. If it's similar to Shinjuku, that would mean... Right, if this singularity is the same as Shinjuku, that would mean it came about from the central coordinates for this singularity, which is currently stretching out like a line pointing to mid-17th century Japan during the Edo period. The province of Shimosa you observed before is gone from history, so I expect this incident is completely unrelated. Understood. Regardless, I think there's only one option left to us. Now that we know where everyone was taken and the path to them is still open, we have to go there too. From there, we need to find whoever or whatever's behind this, defeat them, and rescue everyone. Hang on, Holmes. Hang in there, Da Vinci. Yes, that is true. In the end, that is what it all comes down to. But I'm afraid I cannot let both of you go there. I want you to help me, MASH. I already have my hands full observing this singularity. I need one more skilled operator who I can trust to observe and verify Satoru's existence. All right, Ariane. Someone who's capable of filling in for 3 Chaldea staff members on their own. But if after that, there will be no one left to help Senpai in the singularity. That is true, but this is a question of priorities. If this were a diving expedition, it would be a decision between going down to the depths with an escort but without a diving suit or going down with a diving suit but with no escort. It's not even a matter of which is safer. If we are unable to verify her existence, she will not be able to dive down into this other world at all. But still, going into a singularity without even a single servant is just... Yes, I do understand your concerns, but look at Satoru. I'll admit, but the idea of going there alone is terrifying. But that's just as true for everyone else too. Exactly. The fact is, this figurative boat we are in is on the verge of sinking, and we are all in it together. As our base was already attacked once, there is no telling when those of us staying here may be attacked again. So I'm afraid our only option is for you to summon up your courage and look for either a weapon or a companion on sight. Fortunately, this singularity is in 17th century Japan, which by all accounts was a civilized society, so you should be able to reason with the people there. As long as you can get past the first hurdle, I am sure you'll be able to move things along rapidly. Wait. What first hurdle? Oh, come on. Have you never seen a samurai movie? I mean, when they draw their swords, if they feel someone has behaved improperly towards them? I think they call it Murayuchi. Gosh, imagine a society where you cannot even speak to anyone above your class for fear of being beheaded. That would be terrifying. That doesn't sound reasonable at all. Murayuchi. I've heard of that before. I see. So that is a situation we are in. If this singularity is that dangerous, I will have to summon up my courage as well. For it seems I'm the only servant in all of Chaldea who managed to evade capture. You're... Hey! It's Shisho and Kiara. It's the planet fucker, everybody. Yes, Shisho and Kiara, a servant. I came as soon as I heard the commotion. So you're going to Japan, and I will come with you. When do we leave? Shishoin. Yes, it is I, your faithful servant, Shisho and Kiara. Never did I expect to receive so much attention from you, especially in front of other people like this. Thank you, Master. Whoa, looking at this magical energy flow, that is definitely one of Satoru's servants. Let me see. Class, alter ego, special kind of heroic spirit who does not fall under the standard categories. So you are a non-regulation servant. This is right in line with my calculations. Yes. Since even I was not able to see you, the enemy must have overlooked you entirely. At any rate, this works out perfectly. Now we have a trustworthy bodyguard to go along with Satoru. Oh, I'm so relieved. Thank you, Kiara. I'm I'm sorry I wasn't aware of you up until now. But you're obviously gentle, clean, and cool-headed, and you even seem to be familiar with Japan. I couldn't have asked for anyone better right now. When did you summon her, Senpai? I can't seem to remember. Come to think of it, when did I summon her? You are sure we could trust her, right? Oh yeah. I don't know about trust, but she's definitely dependable. We don't trust planet fuckers around here, everybody. I see, so she's another anti-hero like Shuten Doji. She doesn't quite seem to fit that mode, but never mind that. Thank you for doing this, Kiara. I know that between keeping Master safe and rescuing all the others, this is a lot to ask of you, but... Teehee, you're so polite, Lady Mash. That heartfelt consideration of yours is all the reward I need. We don't trust you, Kiara. We saw what you did a couple of months ago. We don't trust you. Please, you needn't worry. As I said, I would be happy to accompany Master. Usually, a servant like myself would have no part to play in any mission and would never even be called upon. So if you have called upon me now, the circumstances must be dire indeed. I, Shisho and Kiara, swear to swallow any hard feelings I may have and do everything I can to help. If the extra class servants escape the enemy's notice, maybe we still have hope of finding a couple more. Ideally, I would like to send Satoru in with 4 Heavenly Kings or at least 3 Musketeers. Alas, it seems I was the only one to elude the hand of temptation. I am somewhat different from the other extra servants thanks to my indie something skill. Do you mean independent action? There must be a very powerful story behind you. I would be very interested to hear more about it, but right now... Aha! I found someone! You mean, but there's another servant besides Kiara? Yes, I managed to track down one more. Excellent work, me. However, this servant is not here in the Wandering Sea. The signal I found belongs to the very last servant that was first summoned out of here. They appear to have stopped right before the end of their race ship. Perhaps they are doing their best to fight back. If you go after them now, you may still be able to rendezvous with them. Oh my, so they are doing their best to stay strong. How reassuring. But any heroic spirit is completely defenseless right after a race ship, no matter how strong they are. They could easily be gobbled up from behind before they can adapt to the singularity. Oh yes, I understand. I also understand why you would be reluctant to act under the circumstances, Lady Satora, but I think now is the time to do so. We should race shift out of here and go help this last servant as soon as possible. I agree with Miss Kiara. If we do not help them now, this servant will most likely end up trapped, just like all the others. You need to make contact with them first and reestablish your contract's connection. I'm sorry I cannot give you more time to prepare before you leave, Satora, but that's okay. I'm ready. I'm reminded of another saying, make hay while the sun shines. If we know what it is we have to do and we risk losing something important if we don't act soon, maybe we should just ignore any doubts we have and move full speed ahead. Either way, my job is to make sure you have all the support you need. So please, Master and Kiara, we're counting on you to save everyone. Understood. Not to worry, I will take care of this. Whatever I can do to help, however small, I will see this through to the end, even should it cost me my life. Still, to think that our reunion after so long would involve a journey to such a faraway land. Just imagine, the two of us, all alone on a dangerous expedition with me in this fleeting form that could be turned to dust at any moment. I can see I will need to be ever so careful. Oh my God. Otherwise, I might get so nervous that I inadvertently reveal a rather unseemly side of myself. Oh my goodness. Hey, Yon, what's up, dude? Boom, what's up, dude? Oh, God. Oh, no, the urges are starting to kick in for Kiara, though. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on her, though, man. Unless she tries to swallow up the entire singularity. Final safety checks complete. All systems are go. The race ship coordinates are set to 35, 41 North, 139, 45E, mid-17th century Japan. Since you seem to have some familiarity with the country, you probably already know this, but this will put you in the time of Edo from about 400 years ago. I'm the city everyone today knows as Tokyo. Been very busy, yeah. One of your true primary goals for this race ship involves the location itself. This is not an ordinary singularity. It is a massive humanity destruction zone that appears to even be affecting the axis of time itself. If we do not do something about it now, it is certain to become a huge problem. So one of your primary goals is to take care of the zone itself. Most of the singularities we've seen to date were caused by a massive magical energy resource, typically a holy grail. So if you find something like that here too, you may need to take it into custody. No problem. Been there, done that. Got the mystic code. True, I guess I do not have to tell you that that particular goal is just the official party line, at least in one sense. I mostly just said it to cover our bases like an alibi, but keep it in mind so you do not forget it entirely. The other goal is, of course, much more important and much more urgent. Rescuing all of the Chaldea personnel and servants currently trapped there. Oh, by the way, everybody, I will be investing into a gaming chair soon as well. Meth. Yep. I will be investing into a gaming chair in the future. Why did my AVG just go off like that? Yep, I will be investing into a gaming chair in the future. Cause me sitting on this chair right here though is, yeah, it's really starting to hurt. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a gaming chair. We still have another huge problem we need to take care of, namely resolving the bleach earth phenomenon. This order may be much smaller in comparison, but it is an important step nonetheless. This enemy has launched a direct attack on Chaldea. There's only one thing for us to do in response. Counterattack, counterattack, and counterattack some more. By doing so, we will fortify our position for the upcoming Grand Order. So I hope you understand that this rate shift is a crucial trial for all of us at Novum Chaldea. I promise to come back with everyone safe and sound. Good. Then as this rate shift supervisor, I hereby declare this emergency directive. This counter order is underway. Master, please be careful over there. Oh, didn't go through. Starting unsummoned program. Commencing spirit conversion. Rate shift begins in 3, 2, 1. All systems a go. Providing urgent order. Initiating counter order operations. All right. Keep going. I felt as though something or someone was calling me. I am not just one thing now. All sorts of things are layered on top of each other to form me, as though I also feel as though it has been that way for a very long time. I am a goddess. I am the wife of the supreme god, Masvar. I am a servant. I am the avatar of mankind. I am called upon by humans. I am the one who aids the effort to protect the world. And now I am being called away, heading there as I speak. Though I am sure I am being called away, I also know that I am heading there of my own volition. I have to. I must. The impulse within my divine core demanded. I brush off the arm, really trying to take hold of me, but I don't run away from it. Instead, I follow it to its source. I step out of a passageway made by humans with human craftsmanship. I head towards a place that is not now, a time that is not here. I know something is waiting for me, something I can't ignore, and now I arrive at a land of humanity, twisted beyond all recognition. I saw it the moment I arrived. The light of a soul, so faint it seemed as though it might go out at any moment. It was so small, so weak, but it was still glowing. Even if it was fated to vanish in an instant, it was still there. I saw it. It looked to me like it was struggling desperately against something, like it was waiting for help. I'm sure this isn't the reason I came here. It was only by coincidence that I happened to find this tiny remnant of a human soul. But that's exactly why I had to help it somehow. After all, if I came across a person in trouble, I wouldn't need a reason to help them. Every decent person will hope to do so in the same, even if they rarely do in practice. So as a kind and loving goddess, how can I refuse? Teehee, it looks like we've arrived successfully, Lady Satoru. So that was a race shift. How novel. It's quite a different mystic and even experience than entering someone's mind. Teehee. What is this place? Usually, we would try to set the race shift coordinates to give you some time to take stock of your surroundings, but we simply didn't have the time. So instead, we went with a location as close as possible to the target reading. As a result, it looks like you've ended up inside Edo Castle, the heart of Edo's governing authority. You've essentially directly invaded the most heavily secured base of the entire country. There's no telling who or what might be nearby or what can happen, even from our end. Master, Kiara, please be as careful as possible. Yes, that's true. At this point in history, Edo Castle was so tightly guarded that not even a fly could get through unnoticed. If a thief or spy did manage to sneak in, the guards would surround them 10, perhaps even 20 to 1, or at least I thought they would. But instead, it's eerily quiet here. Why, it's almost as if you can take stock of your surroundings. And you can take stock of your surroundings later. You are almost on top of the servant reading we are targeting. Please rendezvous with them first. Once they've joined you, you can start gathering information. All right, let's go, Kiara. All right, I'm very disappointed, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be today. And I was so looking forward to being pinned down by guards. No. No. Oh my God, no, man. Control your urges, Kiara, please. I see them over there. Hey, it's Parvati. Oh, so that is Shiva's wife, Parvati, or rather a pseudo-servant of her. Perhaps she was able to hold out better by virtue of being a divine spirit, or maybe there's another reason why she was the only one to evade capture. At any rate, she did great holding out against the enemy's reverse summoning. Oh, yes, she must be wonderfully strong-willed. We had better help her before this enemy or whoever can steal her away. But that kimono really suits you, Par. No? No, huh? I said no. I am not the Indian goddess Parvati. Who are you? Very well then, I still don't know who you are, but I will tell you who I am. I am the one who oversees Ooku here in Edo Castle. Once I served as the third shogun Tokugawa Iemitsu's wet nurse. My surname is Saito, my given name Fuka. Now I go by the name bestowed upon me by the imperial court. Kasuga no Tsubone. Tsubone. Say what? Oh my, oh my, oh my. Kasuga no Tsubone is one of the most famous women in Japanese history. Okay. Gotcha. Although, given how great your surprise is, Master, I'm guessing she doesn't look quite how you expected. It's not that. Apart from her outfit, that's definitely but the Parvati we know. What in the world is going on here? I'm afraid it's kind of complicated. Oh, to be clear, I'm the goddess Parvati you know. Shiva's wife, goddess of elegance and grace. All of that. For a while, I was a little worried how this would all turn out, but I feel much better now that you're here, Satoru. Wait, what? Huh? What could these readings mean? Is there someone else there inside of your spirit origin? I see, so you are acquaintances of Lady Par. Please forgive my earlier outburst. I'm afraid I still don't understand what's going on very well myself, but I do my best to explain what I can. It's only proper after all. Ahem. This is, of course, not my own body. I had fallen ill and was waiting for death to take me. In fact, I think it was after the final thread joining me to this life had snapped that Lady Par rescued me. At that moment, I noticed something strange was happening to Edo Castle and had a flash of insight. It must have been the heavens themselves, or perhaps Lady Tosho Daigongen who delivered this Indian goddess to me in my hour of need. They must want me to use this goddess's body powers to do something about this predicament. As I said earlier, I don't think that's what's going on here. Of course it is. It must be. I'm at least reasonably sure. How else could something this preposterous, this absurd, this ridiculously far-fetched even happen? If there wasn't anything to go by, she has a lot more energy than I expected. But never mind. What is this predicament happening at Edo Castle right now? I am neither a warrior, nor do I practice any kind of sorcery. I was only given my current title thanks to the little skill I have with the Naginata. The significance of this cannot be clearer. But the predicament I speak of has befallen Edo Castle's innermost chambers, where no man but the Shogun himself is allowed to enter. I speak, of course, of the place where the Shogun's wife and concubines live, of the Ooku. I don't know how or why, but everyone in Edo Castle has completely disappeared, and in their place, the Ooku have transformed into a labyrinth that appears to reach deep into the bowels of the earth. Okay? Another thing about this event is long. This is a very long event. Very long. But we get an event CE, Firefighter Spirit. This will give us an increase to Snowy Face Powder. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Dang it. How many filler flowers do I have? Just okay. Yeah, I do not have enough though to max limit break, so never mind. I gotta get. Okay, max limit break this. Okay. Alright, let's do this, everybody. Now I see. So you are Lady Parvati. I'm used to hearing your Buddhist name, Umahi, so I didn't recognize you at first. This is also my first time meeting a being from the mandala, so I must confess that I'm a little nervous. Still, right now, we are both servants contracted to Lady Satoru. In that spirit, I will do my best to contain my excitement so we may work together harmoniously. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't believe we've met. Me? 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 Oh, I'm just a humble nun and wholly unworthy to introduce myself to the great Lady Kasuga and Lady Umahi. But if you insist... My name is Shisho and Kiara. It is a pleasure to meet you. I feel like there is something inside of you that is entirely separate from anything related to faith. That much is true. Something that, depending on the situation, I might need to deal with quickly and decisively. Oh my, something inside me? Please, don't look in there. It's far too embarrassing. Still, it should be okay for now. I have this sense that there's a dam within you and it could break at any moment, but that you also wouldn't be here otherwise. Admittedly, I'm not entirely sure what that means. Yes, I suppose it only made sense that the goddess would pick up on my connection to this singularity. But that's likely as far as her awareness goes. Even I still don't have the whole picture myself. There's no way she could figure this out before me. There's definitely something about you that nags at me, but we have more pressing things to focus on right now. Yes, I could sense that there is something here. And whatever it is, it's something only I can confront. Thank you for waiting. Our equipment is all adjusted and fine-tuned now. This is a rare and valuable situation, so I wanted to make sure that all the data we collect is accurate. Part of me would like nothing better than to find out if you evaded capture thanks to being a divine spirit servant, or if it was a confluence of circumstances owing to your avatar in a particular place to which you were summoned. But for now, we should limit our focus to gathering as much information about the current situation as we can. The more testimony we have from varied perspectives, the better, after all. So please, tell us what happened from your perspective. So you came across Sabone's soul while you were being drawn here and decided to help her on a whim. That's right, I realized that sharing my spirit origin with her was the only thing I could do to save her. I knew it was only a stopgap, but I just couldn't look the other way. But thanks to that, my own definition became less clear, and I think that's why I was able to escape the enemy's force summoning. So it all worked out in the end. I don't even feel any kind of force pulling on me anymore. Though I do still smell something foul at work here. And I think it's coming from over there. That place Kasuga no Sabone called Ooku. As far as I can tell, whatever's going on here is just as she described. So all the people at Edo Castle disappeared, just like the ones at Chaldea Base. And now the Ooku has turned into a labyrinth. And this is the reason why I say that this event is long. Coincidence definitely lied, but this is all clearly connected. Definitely. At this point, it could not be clearer that the attack on the Wandering Sea and the strange phenomena at Edo Castle are the work of a hostile force. That aside, I'm still not quite sure what you mean when you say that the Ooku has turned into a labyrinth. Did you see it for yourself, Sabane? Well, sort of. I was just thinking, oh crap, I'm really dead now and ascending to Nirvana when I think I caught a glimpse of it. Then just as I realized that something strange was going on with my Ooku and was feeling thoroughly pissed off about it, that was when Lady Parr saved me. So no, I didn't exactly get a good look at it, but I'm positive there's something strange going on there. And we'll never get any evidence just by standing here. You do have a point, but I think it is still too soon to go to this Ooku place. Before you try to make your way through this labyrinth, you should make sure that your current surroundings are safe and that you have ample supplies. Now that you have accomplished your time-sensitive mission to secure the last reverse-summoned servant, there is no reason to rush. Not to mention, we still don't know where everyone else is yet. Right, I'm also worried about what may have happened to Chaldea's staff and servants. I would have rescued them too if I happened to see anyone like I did with Sabone, but unfortunately I didn't. The fuck? Pitiful, just pitiful. Exactly the sort of cowardly move I would expect from plebs. What a joke. Director, please, Director, get a hold of yourself. New Year's is over now. I see, so he finally cracked under the pressure. Don't mistake my gentle tone for genuine friendliness. I'm only showing you mercy, as anyone as noble as me would. I do not recall giving you permission to speak. Now lower your heads in my presence. What? Well, what is going on? You there, girl. How dare you speak to me so casually? I don't even know who any of you are. Just so you know, commoners like you would usually be lucky to get so much as a glimpse of a noble warrior like myself in your entire lives. So know your place and show me the respect I'm due. You don't know who we are. Does that mean you aren't Director Gordoff? Music? Music, who might that be? Whoever he is, his name certainly has a powerful ring to it. But alright, you listen to me. I'm Tokugawa Gordoff, the great shogun. What? Kiara's the only one who has something to say. She's like, oh my. Golf. I see you're so shocked you're at a loss for words. And well you should be. Usually it would be utterly unthinkable for commoners like yourselves so much as see the shogun, let alone converse with him. Well, I have heard that latter shogun would sometimes dress up like a commoner and go mingle among them for a lark, but never mind that. At times, it is the mark of a true shogun to demonstrate his generosity, regardless of how unspeakably rude or undeserving the recipients may be. Now that you are my guest, I will treat you with the hospitality you deserve. You have my word as the Tokugawa, known as the Lord of the Ooku, paradise on earth. Usually, the Ooku would be firmly off limits to all men but the shogun. But today, I'm willing to open his doors to worthy guests. I'm talking about an honest-to-goodness paradise on earth here. What's there to think about? Don't bother getting ready. Just come as you are. Trust me, you'll find all manner of happiness inside the Ooku. And it's fun, too. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, that was weird as fuck. I just ran an analysis on his biological signatures, focusing primarily on his voice print. And I could say with almost 100% certainty that was Gordoff music. Of course, Mr. Gordoff is human, so I doubt he is sharing his body with someone else like Parvati, which can only mean that he has been brainwashed. But isn't he supposed to be a pretty elite mage? The quality of his magical circuits aside, that depends on how the clock tower evaluates your mage's talents. Not to mention, the clock tower seems to take political power into consideration much more than we do at the Atlas Institute. At any rate, yes, at any rate, I'm afraid my worst case predictions were correct. I would guess that he was the first wedge. What do you mean? I mean, the enemy must have used him to get a foothold for their attack on the Wandering Sea. It would be impossible for an outside enemy to hack our race of equipment to conduct a massive reverse summon while leaving everything else untouched. So I suspect they might have used a more physical approach for that part. And it looks like they probably chose to do this by using Mr. Gordov. They must have started by making contact with him and brainwashing him to their side. He could then use his director security clearance to disable all the command risk protections, after which he was likely the first to be race shifted away. What a stupidly efficient attack. Emphasis on stupid. I know what you mean. No matter how advanced the company security might be, it's all too easy to make off with his data as long as you can sway someone who works there to your side. After all, you do not even need to decrypt it if you can make off with the device's lock, stock, and barrel. Honestly, it pains me to think that such a crash and elegant solution could work as well. At any rate, once the enemy has Mr. Gordov under their control, they must have used his connections to all the other staff and servants to reverse summon them here willy-nilly. Director Gordov, when we get back, I got a feeling about that Da Vinci, she's gonna make you pay. It must have taken an unbelievable amount of magical energy to do that, much more than even the Holy Grail could provide. The enemy would need something with an inexhaustible resource for generating magical energy. But never mind what happened in the past. Right now, we need to focus on the problems facing us now. His outfit may have looked ridiculous, but this is no laughing matter. No, if anything, it is even more serious than I thought. Oh yes, if nothing else, we now know that the director is there in the Ooku. Teehee, Tokugawa Gordov, was it? We absolutely must save people like him. He might not be the only one trapped in the Ooku. Maybe the others are there too. Then I guess going there ourselves really is our only option. Unbelievable. Who does that Gordov person think he is, calling himself Tokugawa? This is a travesty. How could he even ride his horse or put on his armor with all that excess weight? There is something I didn't tell you earlier. If word of this got out, it would be an unprecedented crisis for the shogun and by extension all of Japan. Everyone in Edo Castle has vanished, including Iemitsu, the current shogun. He must be with the Ooku. He must be within the Ooku as well. I must rescue him no matter what. Please, will you help me? I second her request. Please help her. I may not be at my full strength, but I can still come out like this to help you in battle if things should come to that. And Kasugawa knows Sabone seems like she knows a lot about the Ooku. I'm sure her knowledge will be helpful. Of course, I have to rescue Gordov, all the others, but even putting them aside, I think I need to go there. Something tells me I need to confront whomever or whatever is behind all this, and that I'll find them in the Ooku. I cannot recommend charging into the enemy territory before we have a chance to create a campsite of our own. But if you do have Parvati to help you in battle, and Kasugawa knows Tsubane to guide you around the Ooku. So after discussing it among my many different thought processes, we have come to consensus that it should be okay for you to go in there under these conditions. So, make hay while the sun shines, was it? Well, if we're going to do this, then let's do it. Then let us do it. Next objective is to infiltrate the Ooku, investigate what is happening there, and rescue everyone who is trapped. There's no telling what could happen in there, so please be extra careful. Oh, don't worry. I practically built the Ooku myself, you know. It might be a little more labyrinthic now, but I still know it like the back of my hand. Probably. Besides, now I have a goddess of India and her trusty companions here to help me. Whatever sort of nasty person might have taken over the Ooku, I'm sure we can handle them just fine. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Sitting there all patient and stuff, like you like, man, what's going on with you? Like, a poor dog sitting there, wondering when that's what the let him go outside and stuff, man. My poor dog, everybody. So, welcome to Ooku. Now, this is a very challenging and difficult event. The reason being is because when it comes to the final boss, when it comes to Kama, you have to do a certain set of things. One of those things is that you have to explore the entire Ooku. You have to explore all of it because there are important things that need to be established for this event. Checking time. Oh, all right, everybody. Unfortunately, guys, I have 1 hour. I have 1 hour, though. Yes, the stream is going to be short, but there's other stuff that I need to take care of, though, unfortunately, though. So, like I said, though, the stream was only going to be short. But tomorrow I will pick this back up, and it will be a much longer stream tomorrow. What's with this Osuzu Roka? I never had anything nearly this creepy about Ooku. There certainly is a strange aroma here. What is this place exactly? This is the Osuzuroka, the Bell Corridor. It's the only way to get from the Naka Ooku, where the Shogun resides, to the Ooku. The Ooku. Uh-oh. The Ooku itself has several other entrances. So this corridor is usually reserved solely for the Shogun's use. But since it looks like this is the only way into the new Labyrinth Ooku. Uh-oh. Give me a second, guys. It's skipping. Give me a second, guys. It's doing that thing again. It's skipping. Give me a second, guys. I gotta let Cody back in. Alright, guys, give me a second. I'll be right back. Go ahead, away with you. I'm afraid we have no choice but to make use of it ourselves. If you were to enter the Ooku from one of the servant entrances, or even if you were to get a bird's eye view of the place, I am sure it would... Dang, man, like, how did part of the cookie get up under the thing? I'm sure it would look like a perfectly ordinary building. And when you go there from the passage reserved just for the Shogun, it leads to a mysterious labyrinth. That appears to be the situation we're dealing with right now. Space is clearly warped. It is an unknown and secluded spatial structure made by magecraft. To be honest, it may even surpass the Atlas Institute's engineering, though I really should not compare them, since this technology and ours cannot possibly be more different. Whatever is happening here is like nothing I've ever seen. How strange. How strange. This sort of thing would usually be right up my alley. But for some reason I just cannot get excited about this at all. Indeed, I have no idea how or why this happened. I'm also pretty sure we never had this much Indian decor before. This is all raw for Tokugawa interior design. If the director were here, I'd ask them to redo the whole thing. Anyway, that is the Ojo Gucci. The Lord actually this is Ooku, but it would seem that someone is there. Grr. Who in the world are they? Are they supposed to be the attendants guarding the Ojo Gucci? Just look at them. I would never, ever hire anyone like that. The Oku's attendants must be proper ladies from noble families. You have every right to be angry. Those things are clearly not living creatures. They may look alluring, but they are nothing more than automata or homunculi. Puppets, really. There seems to be something different about them compared to normal automatons, though. They seem vaguely Indian, just like this corridor. Why is that? The Ojo Gucci does need someone to stand guard at all hours of the day and night. So maybe our enemy thought that marionettes who don't need to sleep would be right for the job. What a ridiculous idea. At any rate, that is definitely the door to the Ooku, so we can't afford to stop now. You there, the attendant with 4 arms. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please enjoy your... It can talk? Well, aren't you just full of surprises? But I am Katsuga no Tsubone. I spent my life watching over the Ooku. It will take more than a little song and dance to scare me off now, you bizarre marionette. Now step aside or I will strike you down where you stand. Oh, whoops. It seems like this is your... Oh, whoops. It seems like this is your lucky day, you monster. I don't have my Naginata on me now. Fail. Sorry for the trouble, Lady Parb. Would you mind taking over from here? Wait, huh? You can't just spring these things on me like this. Well, it's time to fight. Yep, there we go. Sure enough, there we go. And then hopefully you guys can still hear the music and stuff. I wonder where Blade Charge is at. Holy cow, that did a lot of damage. They look so suspicious, and we were about to fight them anyway, so I didn't hesitate to exercise them, but they never actually attacked us, did they? They never actually attacked us, did they? No, but now I feel kind of bad. They must have been too scared to fight back after seeing your divine glory, goddess. Oh, and I guess your faith scared them off too, Lady Shishon. Anyway, but now there's no one left to get in our way. Come on, let's go. Oh my god. God, that face. Come on. I'm trying to screenshot just that. Thank you. Master, I suspect you're going to find an even stranger world past that passageway than what you're seeing now. It could be ruled by structures, laws, and theories that are completely different from the ones outside the Ooku. Basically, there's no telling what might happen. Oh yes, this is what a good dungeon crawl should be like. Oh sorry, I slipped into spectator mode by mistake. I should take a page from Holmes's book when it comes to keeping my cool. Anyway, be extra careful in there, everyone. This is where the expedition really begins. Alright, so we got a sync quartz out of it. Alright, so pay attention to this gauge right here though, because but this is going to come into play later. Anyway, let's hop into Act 2. We can only take 3 servants with us. And they gotta be cast. Well, it's in our best interest to have a caster, though. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my main Sieg, bruh. That's exactly what I'm gonna take for this fight. The Sieg. This is the place. Oh my, the door just locked itself behind us. Looks like they have no intention of letting us leave. Fine by me, let's keep on moving in. This may be moot at this point, but is it really okay for me to be here? Please don't call attention to that. I'm trying my hardest not to think about it. Of course, there are strict rules about who gets to enter the Ooku, but those are bound to change with the times. Besides, there are clearly more important things to worry about right now. In fact, now that I really think about it, this hallway is just like the Osuzu Roka we were just in. The sliding doors, the walls, the ceiling, the flooring, the decorative transom. None of it is like the Ooku I know. Not one bit. And if this isn't the real Ooku, which it clearly isn't, then I don't have to worry about the rules. In fact, I'll be damned if I do. So there we go. So this is the Ooku. Of course, being a woman of the cloth as I am, I have never seen such a place before, let alone entered one. That is a bold ass lie, bro. Like, oh my. You lie, Kiara. We can tell when you're lying. She is lying. Oh my goodness, liar. But I never expected such lurid lighting and intimate quarters. Oh, I could practically feel the dark passion here, crowding out the very air itself. In fact, I can't help but notice something sweet rolling about in these walls, so thick it all but chokes me. But I suppose that is hardly a surprise. The Ooku is a cloistered palace where the press of warm bodies and passion can be felt at all hours, is it not? Oh no, don't worry, I am not here to condemn such things. It is, after all, necessary for the survival of the species. To be alive is to be slave to the desires of the flesh, you know. No, this isn't normal at all. I'm afraid you have some very, very big misconceptions about the Ooku, Lady Shishon. The real Ooku is nothing like this dim subterranean labyrinth. Yes, it's broad and complex, but it was also clean and spacious and perfectly pleasant. It even had a garden. Besides, the Ooku was reserved solely for the Shogun's wife and concubines. Its purpose is to ensure a safe place in which to produce an heir to the Tokugawa family. That is why it exists. If you think the shogun simply goes about laying his hands on any woman in the place who happens to catch his eye, like the harems you may have heard about in other countries, you could not be further from the truth. And I'll thank you for not to spread your groundless impressions further. Really? That's exactly what I thought it was like too. So apparently, the Ooku. So apparently the Ooku is the woman's quarters. Not you too, Lady Par. It seems I need. It seems I need to educate you all on exactly what the Ooku is and what it stands for. Fortunately, as the Shogun's wet nurse, I am responsible for his education, so I have plenty of experience teaching all manner of things. Alright, all of you, have a seat. I would also be interested to hear your lecture about the Ooku, Kasuga no Tsubane, but I think it'll have to wait. I'm picking up something ahead of you. This is not just something, it is a human, just a simple, ordinary human signal. Of all the possible reasons that ran through my mind when I heard the commotion near the Ojaguchi, I never expected this. This is going to be quite the hassle. You're Lord Matsudaira. Lord Matsudaira Izu no Kami Nobutsuna. What are you doing here? Let me check the old database here. There. Matsudaira Izu no Kami Nobutsuna. One of the highest ranked officials in General Iemetsu Shogunate. One of the 3 key advisors supporting him. He was especially renowned for his vast intelligence and was called Wise Izu. I guess he must have been around during this time as well. Indeed he is, though I do get the sense that we haven't seen each other for a long time. A long time? I have never seen you before in my life, woman. Fine then, what if I call you by your childhood name, Lord Choshiru? Even if I do look different now, I can't believe you forget about the woman who raised you. It's me, Fuka, Kasuga no Tsubane. Hard as it is to believe, seeing your piercing eyes and the way you conduct yourself, it does seem that you could only be Lady Kasuga. Yet another strange occurrence. If anything strange around here, it's you. What are you doing here? And why do I get the feeling you look much younger than you're supposed to? Heh, let's just say I have my lord to thank for my new youth. Now what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be bedridden. Never mind me. Who is this lord you're serving? If your answer is anything besides the Shogun, Lord Iemetsu, he is not dead, but he is no longer here either. I could not serve him anymore, even if I wished to. What? Thus, I now serve none but the Lord of the new Ooku. Here in this Edo castle, your services are no longer needed, Lady Kasuga. You're one of Lord Iemetsu's most trusted advisors. How could you be so shameless as to turn your back on him? I know I raised you better than that. You speak nonsense, Lady Kasuga. How can I serve a lord who is no longer here? So is Gordolf this new lord of yours? Hehehe. That Tokugawa? At any rate, you must all be given a proper welcome, but that is a job for the attendants, not myself. Somebody, come here. Shit. So there are more of those things. Oh, a proper welcome? Does this mean they're going to dance for us? These look like they're going to be much more aggressive than those last guards. Please get back, Tsubone.
誇りにかけて。そこです。撃て。マルミアドワーズ、足を狙います。カルーメラ、砕け散りなさい。下がっているように。輝き。下がっているように。そこです。誇りにかけて圧倒します。負けないぞ。輝き。マルミアドワーズ、ここでまっすぐ。下がっているように。そこです。下がって圧倒します。輝き。ここでまっすぐ。足を狙います。
See what a 3-stack arch buff on Siege does. Let's attack our buff as well.
Tenshin 開始。彼方への巡礼を。我が身は天の杯を抱えて飛ぶ邪竜なり万物勇敢。若がアルグリーズ。
先に進みましょう。宴会は大勝利の後に取っておきます。
Phew, I'm glad that's over with. I can confirm there are no more hostiles nearby, but I'm afraid it seems that man from before is gone as well. Lord Nobutsuna, you were never the most sociable person, but I am certain you cared for the Shogun just as much as I did. You were his loyal retainer. Why would you do this? At least we now know that whoever is behind this is working with people like that. As a high-ranking Shogun and official second only to the Shogun himself, he must know all about Edo Castle. And if he's working with whoever's behind this, maybe he knows where Director Gordo for the others are, too. I hope we can get some information out of him the next time we see him. Either way, we will need to keep making our way through this labyrinth if we want answers. Satoru, this is where the real dungeon crawl begins. I know it looks impossible to navigate, but given that someone must have built it, I would be very surprised if there were not some way to determine the correct route. It could just be some kind of idiosyncrasy on the part of his creator during the building process, or it could be something they did intentionally. Whichever it is, I want you to keep a close eye on your surroundings so you do not miss it. So guys, I'm just gonna end it here. Yeah. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna end it here. We will pick this back up tomorrow. I will see you guys next time.